Yo, what's going on, guys? This is PH from Community Game V2. Today we have Grant, who placed first at the Atlantic City Regionals, which was last weekend. Catching this profile a little late, but kick it off. What did you top with?
I topped with Hunders.
That's cool.
It was a kind of meta call because it shuts off a lot of the meta cards right now, and it's really good against the back rows like Trap Trick, Strap Hole, and Black Hornet Heaven.
It's cool.
But guess we'll get started with the monster here. Play one card. Helps me get through the decks. It's part of a 3-card nut hand, essentially. I'll go on that later. One Honest, it's a light deck. Honest wins games. 2 Paw Hunter. I only played 2 because of consistency issues. I never really needed the 3rd, and 2 is just enough to search out with Thunder Seahorse.
Yep.
I played 3 Hunders because, like I said, I thought 5 was the perfect number for the secondary normal summon guys, and it's the bigger one, so it's the one that I maxed out on.
Yep.
Played 3 Watt Cobras. This card is a Cowboy Stratos. So that's pretty good, I hear. It gets in there, it helps me win grind games, it helps me slowly chunk out my opponent, and it searches the best card in the deck, which we'll get to now. Played 3 Watcher Rafts. This is the best card in the deck. It shuts down all your opponent's cards after it hits them directly, allowing you to make any Xyz play you want to take out essentially whatever they have. And then you've got your
Searcher.
Your Super Stratos guy, Thunder Seahorse.
Crack Stratos.
Yeah, he's great. He's a +1.
Gotcha.
And that's the monster lineup. And now we go on to spells here. 1 Book of Moon. Book of Moon's great right now. Can't get wiretapped. Stops everything. I decided to play Dark Hole because of mainly Watcherath. I could get off a direct attack with Watcherath and then Dark Hole the field and not have to worry about any hands. It's also great going first against the hand decks or a lot of the Gear Gia decks if they first turn set like they usually do. You can just Dark Hole and get rid of the armor or get rid of the hand, and the hand won't have anything to pop. So it was pretty good. Then I played 2 Forbidden Lances. Forbidden Lance helped me make sure that my Watcherath was going to go off and resolve, and it was a great card. I probably am going to run 3 in the future, but I wish I would have run 3. 2 Recycling Batteries.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the best top deck in the game.
Crack.
Yeah, it helps you come back like mid to late game. It's your grind game.
Yep.
It lets you just go off when you want to. But 3 gets cloggy, and it's not so great like turn 1, 2, or 3.
Gotcha.
And then 2 Enemy Controller. It can help protect your monsters by switching your opponent's stuff to defense mode. It keeps your Watt Cobra on the board so you can continue to plus. It also is pretty dirty when your opponent puts big cards on the board. So you can like attack them directly with Watcherath or Watt Cobra, then tribute the direct attacker, take their monster and hit them direct for even more damage.
Yeah.
So you can just kill people out of nowhere with it. Last card, spell cards were 2 Dualities. Its duality, it kind of helps you get through to the cards that you want to see. Once again, I didn't play 3 because I want to stay away from cloggy brick hands, and 2 seemed to be the perfect number.
Alright.
On to the traps. First trap I played were Trip Fiendish Chains. Fiendish Chains is just probably the best effect negation in this deck because it can help also protect your monsters from attacks, which is something Breakthrough Skill doesn't do. My monsters are so tiny that that's kind of an important aspect of it, and like I said, it allows me to continue plussing with Watt Cobra. Then we've got 2 Wiretaps. It's the card of the format right now. The only real reason it's in here is to wiretap wiretaps, to wiretap decrees, and to wiretrap trap zones. The only traps I really want to stop with this are traps that stop my traps. 2 Wabakus. After thinking about all my matchups and all the situations I was in, this was probably the best trap card in the deck. It just kept everything I wanted to stay on board, and it was never dead. Part of me wants to play 3 of these, but part of me also thinks 3 could break. So, it's a good card. 2 Deep Prisons, once again, really good this format. The only thing that it's not really good against are like Leo and Star Eater, which aren't seeing a lot of play right now. But yeah, it's really good against hands and other decks, and it helps protect my tiny monsters. Magic Cylinder. Same logic as the enemy controller. This deck's good at putting damage on board, and this can randomly kill people, and it multitasks by protecting your monsters.
Did you game anybody with that?
I came very close to. I took a Bujin guy down to 200, then gamed it with Lock Cobra next turn. But
there you go.
Yeah. Here are the one-ofs. Oh yeah.
1 mirror. It's all good.
Yeah.
1 mirror force.
We've got the obvious ones.
Yep.
Boundless Warning.
Yep.
Torrential. Torrential was pretty good. Saved me a lot of times. Compulse was Compulse. Mirror Force was great though. Mirror Force was really, really, really good.
Nobody saw that one coming.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Nobody's expecting Mirror Force for some reason right now. And it was just great. Just people ran into it.
Cool.
So,
Yep. So 40 cards, I'm assuming?
42.
42.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
42 is the answer.
Just go. Get to the extra deck.
Yeah. This is the extra deck. 2 Paladynamo. I really like this card. He's probably my favorite Xyz in the game. But in reality, I probably only needed 1. I never used more than 1. He's great for the deck. The only real situations that he's not better than 101 in is when you're facing Gear G and have to do something about Gear Gain X.
Gotcha.
Best card in the extra deck. You know,
Yep.
hit them with Giraffe and hit them with Giraffe and end the game.
Plus, Econ equals Exciton Knight is just evil.
Yes. Bujin Tsukiyomi, second best card in the extra deck. He's essentially Pot of Greed for you, and if you have recycling batteries to combo off of him, then he just becomes absolutely brutal and helps you plus over your opponent so hard that she'll just never drop card advantage. 101, he gets rid of Gear Gain X for me and shit. He's a good card. Rhapsody. Rhapsody did a lot of work. They helped me control the graveyard in like Bujin matchups, and there was also one other matchup where, it helped me create dead pots of Dichotomy. So that was pretty cool too. Ragnar Zero was really good in the Madolche matchup, and I also got off on a Bujin guy who tankied. Another really good card in the extra deck. He's you should never run less than 1. Always run this.
Yeah, it's good.
Same with this card, Black Ship. Black Ship was also very freaking good in the Bujin matchup and the Hat matchup. He can get rid of all the big cards in this format and do more burn damage, like the rest of the deck. Dweller's great card, but I didn't use him at all. Watch Giraffe's an Abyss Dweller. I feel like I have to keep this in here. I guess in case I'm playing against Mermails and I want something to be able to do something on their turn. But he didn't really do too much.
Gotcha.
Direwolf, he blew up limbs. That's what he did. So he's great. Cowboy. You can cowboy people for game. I don't think I cowboyed anyone for game, but it's there.
He's there.
This is here if I get skill drained.
Yep.
You
Why
know.
not? You got room. Play it.
This card is shit. This card,
Wow.
this card should be a Digesto Emerald, but I don't own one. He's terrible. He is the worst card in the extra deck. The entire meta trap lineup beats him. And there's no reason to make him if you hit them with a Watchrath. He's literally the only card that shouldn't be in here for any reason whatsoever. If you run this in this deck with triple Watchrath, you're probably a moron. Like me. Face Stroke's alright. I didn't bring him out against anything, but he's there for really, really terrible spots.
Yep. I see that
Utopia. You can look through this extra deck, and he's actually the biggest monster in here.
Wow.
He helps protect my monsters in case, like, for some reason I'm thinking you're going to do something that's going to involve swinging over lots of my monsters, and I just need to protect something to hit you for game next turn.
Gotcha.
Or if there's any circumstance where I need to do 25 for game.
Why not?
Although, even then, I'd probably be better off just going poke, poke, cowboy.
Gotcha.
But he's not bad. He's not as bad as Omega.
Would you consider taking out Omega and Utopia for Emerald and Chain?
Chain's poop.
Chain is poop. And then, do you have a couple side deck cards you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, here's my side deck card. Forbidden Chalice. I didn't actually side 2 more in the event because I didn't have 2 more at that point. But this card's great against Hat and any artifact variants. Because Chalice just stops moral attack in its trock. In its trock. That pronunciation.
So, the one Chalice put in a lot of work?
Yeah, the one Chalice saved me a grand total of 2 games.
Gotcha.
And I only sided in about 3 times, so, you know, that's about a 66% chance of doing great.
Yep. What did you see a lot of there? What did you run into a lot of?
To be fair, like, I ran into a lot of things once, but the decks that I saw the most around were Geargia, Traptrix Hand, Crap variants, Madolche, Boojins, and people said there were a lot of Mermail decks, but I never saw a Mermail deck.
And what was your final matchup to take home?
Final matchup was Traptrix Bare Hands, and that ended off of a Giraffic Sight in Night. So,
Gotcha.
After he got me down to 500, and he had a Cowboy with 1 material and set 5. And the Giraffe resolved, so yeah.
Gotcha.
That was that.
You clowns doing?
Not too much.
Alright. I guess that's it.
Yep.
Thanks for the profile.